Yung feeling na nagturo ka naman. Tinuruan mo naman sila na maayos. Tapos, hindi naman sila nag-aaral. Hindi naman sila nakikinig. Anong gusto nyo gawin ko? Ginawa ko na lahat. Pinigil ko na lahat. Tapos may mga magulang na magre-reklamo kasi hindi tinuturuan ng maayos yung anak. Ginawa ko naman ng lahat. Kaso, parang hindi pa din sapat. Sana all kumakain.
Good day everyone, I am Mom Clarissa and here's another video to satisfy your cravings for knowledge. Did you know that teachers are the most influential people in the world? The influence and impact these people make in the lives of students are immense and very powerful. In order to teach effectively, teachers provide strategies that are relevant and applicable to every learner in the classroom. So without further ado, here are the 10 tips for an effective classroom management that will surely be useful to every educators and future educators around the world just like you. Tip number 1. Let your students know your rules and policy. At the first day of school, we must already establish our rules and policy inside the classroom for the students to be able to know what is right and wrong to do in the class. Of course, the parents must also be included in order to avoid conflict and misunderstanding between the two parties. Tip number 2. Establish authority. A teacher will be always a teacher. As a future educator, we must establish our authority so that students would not attempt to do unwanted behavior in the classroom. Tip number 3. Start your class with a prayer. A prayer before starting your class is a good start for the students to appreciate simple things in their everyday lives. Tip number 4. Model ideal behavior. Discipline starts with the teacher itself. Be a role model so that students would observe only positive things in the classroom. Remember, be a teacher that your students would want to view you. Tip number 5. Know your students in the classroom. Students have different ways of learning. As a teacher, we must know their strengths and weaknesses to establish a strategy that would be applicable for them. On the other hand, roll call as an attendance is also an alternative way to know your students more in the class. Tip number 6. Use creative presentations. In this generation, students are more on visual learning. Through different creative presentations, it can easily catch their attention to listen and be participative in the discussion. Moreover, incorporating videos and a lot of examples are also a great way to catch the interest of the students. Tip number 7. Play games that are relevant to your lesson. Playing games can increase participation among students. Furthermore, it is best to learn while students are enjoying and studying at the same time. Tip number 8. Praise students and avoid corporal punishment. So in every simple or big things that learners make, we must be appreciative to them. Simple recognition like, very good, nice, thank you for your answer, is a nice way to commend your students. But if they answered wrong, we can also correct them in a good way that their confidence would not lessen. Be open from corrections. A teacher is also human. We also make mistakes. In addition, as an educator, we are also lifelong learners. We learn through our students and the students learn from us. It must be a give and take situation with integration of respect and discipline among teachers and students in the school. Tip number 10. Patience is the key. As a teacher, patience is always the key to have a harmonious relationship within the students and other people. So for us, we must have a very long patience because we need to settle things with respect and professionalism at all times. Well, every teachers have their own strategy in managing the class. It depends on how they will provide the best education for the students while shaping their skills, knowledge, and discipline in the classroom. So I hope that these tips will help you to have a well-organized classroom management in the future. Thank you and goodbye!
맞은 것처럼 뱅뱅